Peter Valentovich, and I'm a sophomore at Clifton High School.
My name is Jonathan Albom, and I'm a senior. And at this time, I'd like to acknowledge our alternate, Lisa Pantano.
My name is Jason Deach, and I'm a junior at Clifton High School.
And the ruminants of Ramapo.
I'm Jeremy Daner, a senior at Ramapo.
I'm Rob Yellen, a senior at Ramapo, and I'd like to acknowledge our alternates, Nidin Castori, Dave Myers, John Turpak, and Ari Gold.
I'm Sean Fitzpatrick, and I'm a senior at Ramapo.
I'm Ari Gerstel, I'm a junior at Ramapo.
Welcome both teams. Now let's meet the backbones, the inspiration to these teams, the coaches. For the Mustangs, Janet Brevick. Welcome to the game. And Ben Mazza for the Ruminants. Welcome. Get your rain gear out because brains are going to be flying all over the place. We'll be back right after this.
A lot of my friends have already retired. But I wasn't ready for that. So I'm still teaching. This time in Belize, Central America. I decided to join the Peace Corps. I love my kids. And the way I figure it, I have the rest of my life to play cards.
Peace Corps, the toughest job you'll ever love.
You wouldn't feed alcohol to a baby, but that's just what you're doing if you drink while you're pregnant. Heavy drinking can cause serious birth defects. How much is safe to drink? No one knows for sure. It's safest not to drink any alcohol starting when you first learn you're pregnant or begin planning to have a baby. It's never too late to stop drinking, and help is available if you need it. Ask your doctor. Remember, what you drink, your baby drinks. This message is from the Will Rogers Institute, White Plains, New York.
Welcome back to High School Bowl. Here's how we play. Points are scored by correctly answering toss-up and bonus questions. Toss-ups are worth 10 points each and must be answered individually. No conferring is allowed. If you signal while I am reading a toss-up question and your answer is incorrect, you will be penalized 5 points. Bonus questions follow a correct toss-up answer and are worth a stated number of points. You may confer before answering a bonus question. High School Bowl is played in halves. If the half ends while I am reading a question, you will not be given an opportunity to respond. However, if the half ends while you are answering a question, you will be allowed to complete your answer. Judges for High School Bowl are the godlike members of the faculty and administration of William Paterson College. The judge's decision, as always, is Bible law. The judge for today's match is Mean Gene Mitchell from the library. Welcome.
Good to be here. Good luck to both teams.
And there's the whistle starting today's match. Let's get ready to rumble. Toss-up question for 10 points. According to its title, in what condition did Franz Schubert leave his 8th symphony?
Ramapo, Rob.
Unfinished?
Unfinished is correct, earning your team 10 points and chance at the first bonus question of the day. 25-point bonus. After phosphorus was discovered, it was 75 years before another element was discovered, one that resembled copper, but that didn't yield copper when smelted. For 25 points, what is this blue mineral discovered in 1737 by Swedish chemist George Brandt?
Nickel.
Nickel is incorrect. Cobalt is the correct answer. No points there, but we got another toss-up. 10 points. This European capital hosted George Bush and 33 other world leaders in November 1990 for the end of the Cold War Summit, otherwise known as the Conference on Security and Cooperation in Europe. For 10 points, name this city on the Seine.
Ramapo, Rob.
Paris.
Paris is correct. Earn your team 10 points and another chance at a bonus question. 20 points this time. When Lemuel Gulliver is shipwrecked on the island of Lilliput, he meets the Lilliputians, people no more than 6 inches tall. His second voyage ends in Brondinag. For 20 points, what type of people did he encounter there?
huge, giant people? Or
Will we accept that? Yes. Giants is the correct answer. Earn your team 20 points. Another toss-up. For 10 points, which character is the only member of the USS Enterprise to have his name in the title of one of the Star Trek movies?
Clifton Peter.
Spock.
Spock is correct in The Search for Spock. Earn your team 10 points and chance at a 20-point bonus. Labrador and Great Britain are at precisely the same latitudes on opposite sides of the North Atlantic Ocean. But because a cold water current from the Arctic bathes Labrador, it's frigid. For 20 points, which warm water current bathes Great Britain, keeping its climate mild?
The North Atlantic Drift.
No, I'm sorry, it's incorrect. Gulf Stream was the correct answer. Another toss-up. President Bush's Thanksgiving Day visit with our Persian Gulf troops was the first time an American president was in an official zone of potential warfare since October 1966, when, for 10 points, which president visited Vietnam?
Clifton Peter.
Lyndon Johnson.
That's correct. Earn your team 10 points and chance at the first video question of the day. Look at the monitor, and for 30 points, all those quarters you spent on video games are about to pay off. Watch the following montage of Nintendo games, and for 10 points apiece, name the games. All right, Jonathan, do we have an answer?
First one was Double Dragon.
Second
Spy Hunter.
and a third?
Don't know.
All right, you got 2 of the 3 that were on the screen. The third one was Rambo. So you get 20 of the 30 points that were available. Toss-up question. A boy loves his pet fawn, but his father is forced to kill it in this Marjorie Rawlings novel. For 10 points, name the novel. No answer? The Yearling was the correct answer. Another toss-up. It contains more than 92% fixed carbon and less than 8% volatile constituents and burns with a short blue smokeless flame capable of great heat. For 10 points, name this type of coal prevalent in Pennsylvania.
Clifton Jason.
Anthracite.
That's correct. Also in Utah and Colorado. 10 points and a 20-point bonus. All right, it's time for another world-famous Milli Vanilli question. Because Milli Vanilli didn't sing a word on this 1989 debut album, their Best New Artist Grammy was revoked. For 20 points, name the album whose name proved to be rather misleading.
Girl, You Know It's True.
I mean, that's correct. Earn your team 20 points. Another toss-up. Without touching our borders, this country is our closest foreign neighbor.
Ramapo Sean.
The Soviet Union.
That's correct. Earn your team 10 points, a chance at a 25-point bonus question, approaching 2-minute warning. This psychoanalytic test is named for the Swiss psychiatrist who created 10 symmetrical ink blots and then asked patients to interpret any images they saw. For 25 points, name this test.
Rorschach?
That's correct. The Rorschach test is correct. Earn your team the full 25 points. Another toss-up. In a full Senate, it takes 51. In a full House, 218. For 10 points, what is this term for the number of...
Ramapo Rob.
Majority?
No, I'm sorry, it's incorrect. To be penalized 5 points. I will finish the question for Clifton. For the number of members whose presence is required before transacting business.
Clifton Jason.
A quorum.
Quorum is correct. Earn your team 10 points, a chance at a 30-point bonus question. 2 impressive records were set in college football in November 1990 for 15 points apiece. 1, name the Western Athletic Conference quarterback who became the first junior to pass for 10,000 yards.
Todd Marinovich.
I'm sorry, it's incorrect. Ty Detmer was the correct answer. And the second one, for 15 points, name his school which clinched their 8th WAC title in 10 years in the same game that Detmer set his record?
BYU.
BYU was correct. They get 15 of the 30 points that were available. Another toss-up. For a quick 10 points now, which international flag has 5 interlocking rings?
Ramapo, Sean.
Olympic ring.
The Olympic flag is correct. Earning your team 10 points, a chance at a 20-point bonus question. Under a minute left. Since Louisiana lies both east and west of the Mississippi, this state was the first state entirely west of the Mississippi to be admitted to the Union. For 20 points, show me you know the name of this 24th state.
Missouri.
Missouri is correct. Earn your team 20 points. Another toss-up. According to the Old Testament, for 10 points, what structure was 300 cubits long?
Ramapo, Jeremy.
The Ark.
Noah's Ark is correct. Earn your team 10 points, a chance at a 20-point bonus. In Buddhism and Hinduism, this is the final state to which all aspire. For 20 points, name this state of perfect blessedness achieved when the soul is absorbed into the Supreme Spirit.
Nirvana.
Nirvana is correct. Earn your team 20 points. Well, that's the end of the first half. We'll be back right after this message with the official scores and to find out more about today's teams, so don't go away.
I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright blessed day, the dark sacred night, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
If you're not recycling, you're throwing it all away. This year, 5,000 of our children will take their own lives. One way to prevent suicide is listening. Are you?
Welcome back. The official scores are in at the half. It's 130 to 95 Ramapo. It's halftime, so why don't we meet the teams and find out a little more about them. Anand, I hear you're into flatulation. Tell me a little about it. No, I'm sorry. Anand, you're in the Spanish club. What drove you to join the Spanish club?
Well, I've been taking Spanish for 3 years now, and unbelievably, that's my favorite class because, you know, it's a third language to me, and I get along a lot. It's a lot easier, and I figured join the club. Hey, a lot of fun.
Plan on using your foreign language in the future, or you don't know yet?
No, I don't know yet, but
Just like a hobby, basically. All right. Peter. No. Jason we'll talk to. Jason, tell me about the cross-country team.
Well, we just finished something like our 8th or 9th consecutive winning season. We were 10-5 this year. We took 3rd in our league, and I ran my 2nd year of varsity as a junior.
All right. Jonathan, what are your plans for college?
I plan to attend the University of Virginia School of Engineering and hopefully study electrical or chemical engineering.
All right. Peter, you're in the science league. Tell me a little about it.
We go competing with other schools in our district and take tests about whatever science class we're into, biology 1 and 2, physics 1 and 2, or chemistry 1 and 2.
And how's your team fare against the others?
We came in 1st in our district for biology 1.
All right. Very good. Good luck in the second half. Ramapo, Jeremy, what are your dreams and aspirations?
I dream to go home and to eat a bag of chips in front of the TV and fall asleep.
Well, that's a tough goal, but I hope you achieve it. I hope you achieve it. All right. I had another guy last week, Rob. He was into fencing. Tell me how long it takes you to put a fence up.
It takes a good several weeks because you have to make sure the spikes are in deep, and you need a level to make sure nothing's crooked.
And what kind of fences do you enjoy putting up the most?
Barbed wire is good, but it gets better when you picket fences, more interesting.
Pick a fence.
Yeah.
All right. You do chain link, a lot of chain link?
Not so much, it's a little harder. I'm not
All
up to
right.
that yet.
Very good. Thanks a lot. Listen, I'll give you a call. I need a fence. What do you want to do as a career, Sean?
Well, I'm very charismatic, I've found. I need a lot of outlets for my energy, so I'd like to be a game show host just like you, Randall.
You look like a game show host. A little more like Alex Trebek. Pippin! Ari. Tell me about it.
Well, we're going to be putting on a production of Pippin in May by the Gold Mask Drama Club, and it should be very good. You should all try and come see it.
All right. Good luck to you also in the second half. Remember, teams, whoever's ahead at the end of this half will obviously be today's winner. Also, don't forget, if the game ends while I am reading a question, you will not be given an opportunity to respond. Bring it on. And there's the whistle starting the second half. Let's get ready to rumble one last time. In 1990, this team lost more than 90 games for the first time since 1913. For 10 points,
Clifton Jason.
New York Yankees.
unfortunately, you are correct, my friend. 10 points and the first bonus of the second half. Identify this TV show after one clue for 30 points, after 2 clues for 20 points, and after 3 clues for 10 points. First clue, the grandmother's name was Grandmama, and the 2 children were Wednesday and Pugsley.
The Addams Family.
That's correct. They're your team 30 points. Another toss-up. You can visit Thomas Jefferson's Monticello in this Virginia city, as well as the academic institution he fathered.
Clifton Jonathan.
Charlottesville, Virginia.
That's correct. Earn your team 10 points, a chance at another bonus question. 30 points. 8 great states border the 5 Great Lakes. For 5 points apiece, name any 6 of them. All right, Jonathan, we need an answer.
All right. Illinois, New York, Indiana, Michigan, Wisconsin, and Ohio.
All right, you got it. Michigan, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, Indiana, Ohio, Illinois, Minnesota, and New York. Any of them would have been correct. They get the full 30 points that are available. Another toss-up. A number of his stories have been turned into generally panned movies, but his short story, The Body.
Clifton and Ann.
Stephen King.
Stephen King is correct. Earn your team 10 points and chance at a 25-point bonus question. Between 1 million and 300,000 years BC, it was the only hominid in existence. Its remains have been found in Africa, Europe, Asia, and the Indonesian islands. For 25 points, name this species that evolved from Homo habilis.
Homo erectus.
Homo erectus is correct. Earn your team 25 points. All right, another toss-up. In 1995, it'll become the first man-made permanent resident of the Jovian system, orbiting Jupiter and sending probes.
Clifton Peter.
Galileo.
Galileo is correct. Earn your team 10 points. And chance at the second visual question of the day. Look at the monitor. 5 major instruments in the woodwind family are the clarinet, the English horn, the flute, the piccolo, and the oboe. For 5 points apiece, match each woodwind with the number designating it on this slide. Can we get the slide back up for them? All right, I'll repeat the question again. The clarinet, the English horn, the flute, the piccolo, and the oboe are all instruments in the woodwind family. For 5 points apiece, match each woodwind with the number designating it on this slide. All right, we seem to be having operating difficulties, so we'll have to throw that question out and we'll give you another bonus question. 20-point bonus. Only twice in its history has PBS TV scored a Nielsen rating of 9 or above, with a 13% share of the television market. For 10 points apiece, name the PBS series. Well, it's a bonus question.
It's a bonus.
All right. Written and narrated by Carl Sagan, which did this in 1980.
Cosmos.
That's correct for 10 points. And for another 10 points, written and directed by Ken Burns, which did this in 1990.
The Civil War.
That's correct. You get the full 20 points that were available. Another toss-up. Note the following events. The United Nations held its first meeting. Leon Trotsky was slain, and John F. Kennedy wins the Pulitzer Prize for Profiles in Courage. For 10 points, which came first?
Ramapo, Rob.
Leon Trotsky was slain.
Trotsky is correct in 1940. The UN first met in 1946, and 1957 was Kennedy's Pulitzer. 10 points and a 30-point bonus question is available to you. In Shakespeare's Julius Caesar, Caesar's close friend is Mark Antony. These other two main characters are less friendly. For 15 points apiece, name the two co-conspirators who intend not to praise Caesar, but to bury him.
Brutus and Cassius.
That's correct. You get the full 30 points that were available. Approaching the 2-minute warning. Another toss-up. When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me is one of the last collaborations between Beatles' John Lennon and Paul McCartney. For 10 points, name this hit song.
Ramapo, Sean.
Let It Be.
Let It Be is correct. Earn your team 10 points and chance at a 20-point bonus. On a car, the fuel injection system replaces, for 10 points, what component?
Carburetor.
Carburetor is correct for 10 points, and for an additional 10 points, spell carburetor. All right, Rob, we need an answer.
C-A-R-B-U-E-R-A-T-O-R.
I'm sorry, it's incorrect. The correct answer is C-A-R-B-U-R-E-T-O-R. They had 10 and 20 points, but available on that question. Another toss-up. In November 1990, the Supreme Court refused to lift a temporary ban that prohibits CNN from airing the government-recorded phone calls. For 10 points, of which...
Clifton, Peter.
Manuel Antonio Noriega.
That's correct. Noriega, earn your team 10 points and a chance at a 30-point bonus question. Whatever the resolution of the Persian Gulf crisis, you can bet on this date. In this month, in 1991, you'll be seeing the Persian Gulf 1 year later. For 10 points, name the month that Iraq invaded Kuwait. August. August is correct. And for 20 more points, name the date.
August 2nd.
That's correct. They had the full 30 points that were available. Another toss-up. In British slang, it's called the bionic needle because of its needle-like nose and high-tech engineering.
Ramapo, Jeremy.
The mosquito.
I'm sorry, it's incorrect, and you'll be subtracted 5 points for that. I'll finish the question for Clifton. I'm sorry, they just conferred. The question will be thrown out because Jason and Jonathan had words. Another toss-up. She is 52 on the outside, but claims to be 12 on the inside, and recently finished a new book in her best-selling series about an irrepressible 5-year-old named Fudge. For 10 points...
Clifton, Jonathan.
Judy Bloom.
Judy Bloom is correct. Earning your team 10 points, a chance at a 25-point bonus. The first part violently attacked monarchy in favor of democracy. The second part supported revolution and said it was common sense that power must rest in the democratic will of the majority. For 25 points, whoa, that's the end of the match, and I will not be able to finish this question. Don't play with your remote control, because we'll be back right after these messages with the final scores.
Imagine Virginia's beaches. Imagine Florida's sun. Imagine New York nightlife. Massachusetts history. West Virginia's hills. Now, imagine a vacation that offers all this and more within one state. Because while you are imagining these wonderful places, you are actually seeing Maryland. There's more to Maryland than you can imagine.
You've taught your children to be polite and friendly, but have you taught them when not to be?
Hi there. Do you live around here?
Uh-huh.
You going to school?
Yes.
Well, I could give you a ride.
Last year, 50,000 children disappeared, many of them from nice, safe neighborhoods.
It's okay. Come on, help me.
Talk to your children about not talking to strangers, and do it today. A message for your child's safety from the American Medical Association.
Well, the game is over, and with a stirring comeback victory, 290-185, Clifton wins. They will advance to the next round in our competition. Clifton, congratulations. We will see you in the next round. Ramapo, it was a tough-fought battle, but Clifton prevailed. But Jeremy, Rob, Sean, Ari, tell me a little about your future past high school ball. Jeremy, I know you're going to go home and have some potato chips, camp out in front of the TV, but besides that?
Probably go to college.
College, you have any school in mind?
Not really.
Not really? All right, Rob?
I'm going to go to college, and I'm going to Harvard, and I'm going to major in government.
Yeah? And you still keep fencing as a hobby?
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Sean?
Yeah, Harvard sounds good for me too, actually.
And you're going to major in?
I'm not sure, maybe English.
All right. Ari?
I think I'm going to finish out high school first.
Yeah, what grade are you in now?
I'm a junior.
Junior? All right, so you'll be here next year.
Oh, yeah.
Here.
You
Match
can bet-
wits with
you
the
can bet on
champions on high school ball. All right. Well, on behalf of William Paterson College and United Artists Cable, I am Randall Rossilli, hoping you'll tune in next week when we match wits with the champions right here on High School Ball. Until then, keep studying.
High School Ball was created by Don Reed, produced by Sue McGuigan, directed by Rich Sivol, executive producer for WPC-TV, Jerome Chamberlain, scoreboard courtesy of William Paterson College Alumni Association. I'm Danny Scher. Join us next week when Hackensack meets Waldwick here on High School Ball. Until then, have a great week.